And our next speakers are Radhika Etikala and Emily Zhang from Hutch. Welcome.
Can you see my screen? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, thank you for attending my talk today. Good morning, everyone. My name is Radhika Etikala, and I'm Senior Clinical Programmer at SHARP at Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. Here I'm with my co-author Emily for this presentation. Today I'm going to talk about how to generate clinical trial summary reports using Rmarkdown. This was our first pilot project, our first project in our team to generate reports in Rmarkdown, and we were successful in doing this, and then started generating IND reports using Rmarkdown. This was a project. We started this project with very minimal experience in R. Then we learned so much during this process, during this project. The purpose of this presentation is to demonstrate how we have generated summary reports with explanatory text using Rmarkdown in RStudio. And I just want to give brief introduction. What is Rmarkdown? Rmarkdown is an authoring framework for data science, and a tool within RStudio that allows you to write documents with combined written text with analytical code. And why we are using Rmarkdown? Rmarkdown documents are fully reproducible and supports a lot of static and dynamic output formats such as PDF, Word doc, HTML, etc. So Rmarkdown helps us to knit together narrative text and code produced by the desired output. In the next slide, I'm going to show the list of packages that we used for this program and with the brief description of those packages. These are available on RStudio. We didn't create any packages actually. We used existing packages. These are very helpful packages. Knitter, Cable Extra, we use these two packages for reporting purpose. And SAS 7 BDAT, we have to use this because we were reading SAS datasets into the R environment. So this was very helpful for us. And Tidyverse was very helpful too. And I want to talk about data table because I have used this for in this program. Data table is an expression of data frame which is widely used for fast aggregation of large data sets, and it is a fast file reader. If you have very large files, data table helps you to read a file faster. And in the next slide, here I'm showing the chunk options. These you can find in any Rmarkdown documentation online. I just put it there because it was very helpful for me to understand what are these options were. So you can read the description which is given here, or you can Google. It is available online. And here for this table, I'm reading two SAS data sets. One is ADAE and another one is ADSL, because this is a AE table, AE summary table. So I'm reading these two SAS data sets using data table, and the package SAS 7 BDAT was helpful here because it's a SAS data set. And here in the last chunk of code, I'm getting the number of enrolled from ADSL by using length function. And this is the one function that we created while we are working on this report. So this is a roundup function. This code shows that this roundup function rounds if the decimal is greater than or equal to 5 to the higher whole number, as an example, or if the decimal point is less than 5 to the lowest whole number. It's a simple function that we created. I was very happy doing in this because this was my first function to create. And then this next couple of slides, I'm going to show how I'm summarizing the data. First, I'm creating labels for severity grade variable by using factor, and then I'm getting total severity grade column to display total severity grade column in the report. Then summarizing the counting one or more AEs per severity category. And then I'm counting each SOC per severity category, then preferred term under each SOC per severity category. So these three chunks of codes are similar. The only difference you can see is like by variable, like by what you are summarizing the data. So, and I have used roundup function to round the percentages here that I previously showed, that which I was proud of it. And then I'm combining all these three results by using our bind list function it together. And then after getting all the counts into one data set, then sorting the data by SOC and preferred term. So I'm using here set dt function to convert a list into data frames or data tables. And this last chunk of code that I'm leaving blank spaces for after each SOC and preferred term. Um, like here are some cosmetic changes we have to make because we had an request to generate report by Rmarkdown should be same as the SAS report. So we have to make a lot of cosmetic changes like leaving blank spaces and converting NA values with missing because we don't want to show NA values on the output. And then sorting the like setting the columns in right place by using set call order. And I have used table function here, which is very helpful to add captions, column names, or remove spaces between the rows. And we have to add these slashes before percentage symbol because we were getting an error message when we are knitting the PDF. So these slashes are masking these percentages. And we have another request that we have to indent um, all preferred term under each SOC, and the SOC terms should be bolded. So this add intent function was very helpful to indent all the preferred term under each SOC, and that I have given small chunk of code that how we did it. And add header above cable styling. These functions were also very helpful to add the header of the columns and styling for extra styling to the tables. And this is a little quiz to guess which one is our Markdown report and which is SAS report. I don't have much time, but I'm going to show you what is generated by Rmarkdown and which is generated by SAS. And you can really make a big difference between these two. We were able to generate exactly same output as SAS output, and we were successful in doing that. And here are some helpful links which were I used during generating this code and for this report. And these links were very helpful, and cheat sheet, Rmarkdown, RStudio, Rmarkdown reference guide, because I was new to the RStudio, Rmarkdown, and these links were very helpful. The information here is very helpful. And you can contact us if you have any questions. I think I don't have time for questions. And I would like to thank my manager for giving this opportunity to work on this project, Julie. And Anthony and Elise, they were huge help to us while we are working on this because we had a lot of problems with latex, and Elise and Anthony were really helpful in solving, explaining why that problem was and solving those problems. And yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for a great talk.